All right, so this is our demonstration for working in Premiere. All right, so the first thing you need to do, River, you already assigned um, where the file was going, the path at the beginning, when you said open.
This is a new one, so I gotta let me just open this. 1 second.
I'm thinking maybe you start like with a new one just to show them how to start from scratch if they've never opened Premiere before.
Uh, I basically just went into my files and went into Primitive Theater, and then I went to my movies, and that's where I just kind of dragged them all.
Yeah, but do this for me. Go up to File and say New. We're just pretending like this is a brand new project. Go ahead and say Project for someone who's never used Premiere before. So go ahead and give it a name. Call it Primitive Theater, or yeah, Primitive Theater is actually a better name for it. And then it's RE instead of ER. Okay, and again, it's important to remember where it's located. So you can see it's on a C drive, Documents, Adobe Premiere. It's ER, not it's RE, not UR.
Oh, my
RE.
bad.
There you
I
go.
didn't even know.
And did you change any settings as far as the default, uh, yeah, general settings?
No, I didn't.
Okay. You want to make sure that it's set to 24 frames per second. Let's see. This is a little different from I have an older version of Premiere, so it's a little different.
I think maybe you can edit it
Yeah.
somewhere
All
else.
right. So he's created a new file. Now he's going to get his projects. Go ahead and show them how you bring in your projects. So instead of opening the project that you already have, they haven't done this before. So you're gonna pretend like this is a brand new project.
Um, I don't understand. I already
So
got something
what
there.
you're showing, we're not showing your project, we're showing a brand new project. So in other words, as if you've never used Premiere before.
Oh,
So
okay.
you just went up to File, New, right? You went to New Project and you called it Primitive Theater.
Yeah,
So go to that project because that doesn't have anything in it, right?
I thought I just had that open.
No, you have your Plants versus Zombies open.
Um, okay. Open project.
So you just created a new project. Where's that? There it is. Well, so you're not going to
Like,
have any scenes in it yet, right?
I don't really understand what I'm doing here.
Okay, so just pretend like you've never opened Premiere before and you created a new project and then we need to pick it up from there. We're not going into your old project that you've already created. We're showing students who've never used Premiere how to use Premiere. So right now we're in your file that's called Plants versus Zombies. Yeah, so just go to project, yeah, and just call it Primitive Theater 1 or something. Okay, go ahead and say okay. All right, so he doesn't have, there's nothing in this file. So now you can go ahead and import your scenes into this file. So go up to File, and then mine you go to now remember, you're not opening your the one that you've already created. You're just bringing in your play blast that you've done in Maya, right? So you would go to movies under your primitive theater project in Maya, yeah, projects.
And there's nothing in there. That doesn't make any sense because there is
Huh,
stuff in there.
that's weird.
That's why I just kind of I did it separately. I would go to my projects, primitive theater, same thing, movies, and
Hmm.
then I just selected them all and I dragged them over and I imported them that way.
Okay, so is that what you just did now? You just drag and drop them into this
Yeah.
library here. Okay. So
And
for
then I
anyone who's never used Premiere before, um, like River just said, you can literally just drag and drop your files from your movies folder into this bottom left library. Now, did you have to, you had to then drag individually into the time bar, right?
yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and show them that. Go ahead and delete those that you've already done and just show them dragging and dropping one at a time. So you, of course, you start at the first frame, the first sequence, and just drag it over. And you also want to give yourself, before you actually start the animation, you want to give yourself a second of black frame. So instead of just starting up, we want to have a second of black frame and then a title. Do you know how to create a black frame, River?
No, I don't.
Okay, go up to File, and then go to New at the very top. And then there should be one that's called Black Frame, or yeah, Black Video. There you go. Go ahead and say okay. And you'll just drag that black video in front of your animation, in front of your first play blast. And you want to hold that for a second. So
Where?
Premiere breaks up your timeline with frames, but it also keeps track of seconds and hours and minutes, all that stuff. Do you see your black frame? It should have been in your library. Can you drag your library up a little bit bigger so it's there you go. No, it's not there. There it is. Yeah, so then drag that in front. Yeah. And the important thing about the one of the things about the this timeline is you can you can create layers, and layers are very important, just like with Photoshop and with Maya. It helps you organize stuff. So you can see they just snap to the next sequence pretty nicely. Go ahead and drag the other ones. So while yeah, go ahead and just drag them consecutively. The other thing you want to, while you're working on that, the other thing you want to create is a title sequence that says primitive theater, blah, blah, blah. You know, your name, the dates, maybe the class. Yeah, so you go down to title. Where is it? New.
Is there a title one?
It's called title in mine. Maybe it's legacy title. It's a little different in this Premiere. And that'll bring up yeah, I call it, I don't know, title or whatever. And when you say okay, it should bring up a box that allows you to then actually type in what the title is going to say. Yeah, so you can click, yeah, just, and it's going to make it gigantic so you can shrink it. But in the meantime, well, let's see, where's the, we have font size at 100, maybe put it at 25% or so. And then type out primitive theater. And then your name, and then the date.
Oh, it's not typing.
Oh, so, okay, go, yeah, there you go. And then just hit enter. And it'll draw, hit it, enter it again. And then type your name. And then hit enter twice. And then put the date. You could just say spring 2021. I guess that's all we really need. Okay, so there are a couple of really useful tools to help you center this. So first, grab the select tool in the top. There you go, that one. And there are a couple of tools that help you center it immediately, both in the there. Let's see. This screen is really small for me. There you go. Yeah, and the one right next to it centers it. Yeah, so you have it perfectly centered. Also, you can center justify the text. So go ahead and select the text again. You might need to, yeah, go in there and just select all the text and then go up to, there you go, justify. Good. I mean, and you could be more fancy with the text, but the important thing is, putting a title in there. And something that's also important to think about is how long to hold the title. And I've heard different things. I've heard people say you should be able to read it 3 times. Generally what I do, I read it out loud. I'll say Primitive Theater, River. How do you say your last name?
Amay.
Amay. Primitive Theater, River Amay, spring 2021. And I time it out how long it actually takes me to say that. And I give myself maybe another second or half a second. Yeah, and then once you're done, go ahead and close that window. And it should have created a, where is it? In that library there, it should have created your title.
It did not. Oh boy, gotta do it again. Wait a second.
Yeah, you're just legacy title. I don't know why I didn't create it. Yeah, 25% is probably good for now to start with. And you can actually just type in the number too. And then you probably have to click on text, the big T, to start typing. And primitive doesn't have any A's in it. And 2 spaces in your name. And you can put by as well, that's fine. And I always wish that there was a save button after you've typed it, but in the past, every time I just close it, it just pops up into, there it is, I can see it now. I don't know why it wasn't showing before, but go ahead and center your text again. The actual text, not just the text box. So select your text and then center justify. Like double click inside your text box. You might need to select the text icon to the left. And then double click in there. There you go. And then center justify. Yep. All right, now it looks like it should be good.
If I close this out, is it gonna just
I
gonna
see it in
disappear?
the library there, so it shouldn't go
Oh,
away.
there we go. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't happen the first time, but anyways, you can see it there. So now he's just going to drag that title up into above the layer that
Does the black come first, or does this come first?
Yeah, you want to start with a black, and then you can have the title fade. In fact, I usually put it above so that I can have it kind of cross dissolve into my scene. Usually that's what I do. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. So it's about 4 seconds to read that. I don't know how accurate my counting is, but Primitive Theater, River of May, Spring 2021. And you might want to give it just a little bit more time so that you can transition from the title to the to your first scene. River Theater, River of May, Spring 2021. All right, so it plays.
Let me dissolve.
Yeah, so there's
I didn't do anything. I'm not an expert on this.
yeah, no, there's I'm trying to accustom myself to this version of Premiere because mine is under editing. If you go up to edit, does it have the transitions? Where's the audio edition team project? No. Yeah, there's a whole library of transitions. Oh, do you know what? Go to the far right in that library window. I'm sorry, not the far right, the far left, where you've been picking and just below, where all of your, yeah, and then to the right, the right, yeah, click on that. And there's should be, yeah, effects, and then video effects is what you're looking for. Yep, and then there should be one that's called transitions, or what is it? Cross, yeah. Let's see, where's cross dissolve? I can barely read the text is so small. So you can go through and play with some of these different transitions, but for the most part, you want to use something that's going to keep your video clean and not be confusing. Black dissolve. Okay. Gradient. Video transition. Yeah, dissolve. It should be in that one. Cross dissolve. There it is. So then so it's under video transitions, and then you just drag that one between the two sections that you want to have the cross dissolve happen. And it should stick on both of them. Sometimes, like it just did right now, sometimes it just sticks to one side, but the important thing is it transitions nicely.
Okay.
All right, so and if at the end you could put the end or something. Special thanks to CCS, whatever, your credits. Another thing that's probably, well, it's not required, but it's generally a good idea is to specify what software you used. If it was Photoshop, what version of Maya, of course, Premiere, if we're working in Premiere. Oh, there's Autumn. Make sure, let me know, Autumn. And there's Emmett. And who else were we missing? All right, so go ahead and just make a quick the end title at the end. Just another legacy title, and then we'll drop that at the end. And you can, of course, go back and revise this. That's not changing. Okay, so you'll notice that in the timeline, his blue tick is hovered over the it was hovered over the title one. So now as he drags it to the end, now it's blank again. That kind of threw me when I first did it. Yeah, just kind of set it to 25 for now. You can the
You said
or if you want to be fancy about it, you could type fiend. Anyways, just put some kind of end title.
and then you want me to like state Maya or something?
Yeah, maybe just say what software was used. You make a little list of software or something. In fact, it might even be nice. I mean, instead of just saying fiend, you would have fiend and then that would go away, and then you'd have software used on a different. Yeah, just do fiend for now, and then center it and all that stuff. And then center justify your text. Oh, I guess it's not gonna, yeah, it's not gonna make much difference. And you see it, yeah, I see it in the library, so you should be good. Go ahead and close that. All right, so yeah, then drop that in at the end. And if you wanted to, you could add another transition at the end between the two. Under video transition, yeah, and the cross dissolver, fade to black or something.
Is there a fade to black? There's a dip.
What's that?
There's a dip to black.
Yeah, dip to black. Yeah, either one. They're gonna pretty much do the same thing since fiend is a black has a black background. All right, so with all that done, go ahead and say what you've done. And then the importance, oh, also, were you gonna add any audio, River?
Yeah,
Okay, let's do that real quick too, just to show everyone how to
I don't
access the
have any
audio. And
audio. I don't have any ready, but I was planning on doing it.
okay. Well, it's pretty much the same thing. You would drag and drop the audio into the file so that, but the important thing is that in the timeline, where there's an eye, those layers are for video, and then below those are for audio. But let's just say that you're all done and you're happy with it. So we're going to export a movie file. So go up to file and then go down to export and then media. Did it open it in a different window or?
No, I think it's just taking a little bit.
Oh, okay. So hopefully whatever computers you guys are working on has QuickTime, so you can make an MOV file with using H.264 encoding. That seems to be the most efficient one, or at least, you know, one of the most efficient ones.
Oh,
It's
there we
not
go.
bringing it up. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, so you can see his says format H.264, so that's exactly what you want. Let's see, go ahead and give it a title. Yeah, change the output name and call it RMA underscore primitive theater. With a capital P. And you don't have to put an underscore, just primitive theater and just capitalize the T and the P. There you go. And then make sure that this is pointing to your, it's going to drop it in your movie file in your primitive theater folder. There you go. Now it says, okay, so I was told that it no longer makes the Premiere, or not Premiere, but QuickTime, for whatever reason, no longer makes H2 or makes movie files, MOV files, but MP4 is also acceptable. So go ahead and save that. Also, you want to go down to the blue timeline in that window at the bottom left, change to from entire clip, select clip in out. Mine calls it the work area bar, but yeah, otherwise it'll keep playing long after, 10, 20 minutes after you've already finished your tiny little movie. It'll keep playing if you say entire clip. So if you say clip in and out. Also, you may want to cancel this for a second. We want to make sure that the clip in and out is in the right work area. It looks like that yellow line represents the work area, that clip in and out. Yeah, so go ahead and go back to your export. And then media, and oh, there's a couple of other settings I forgot to mention as well. So H.264 is good. Go ahead and rename the title. And yeah, save that in the right folder. Good. Yeah, and then pick your clip. Also, let's see, we were looking for width and height because we want it to set it to 24 frames per second. Let's see. Yeah, MP4 standard, yeah. Player. You already, yeah. Go back to video for me for a second. Advanced settings. There's also a place to set the the aspect ratio, and you want that to be squared. Yeah, frame rate is 24. Progressive, good. Yeah, square pixels, good. Can you scroll down slowly? Let's see. Keep going. I think that might be it. Okay, yeah, I think that's good. And go ahead and say export, yeah. So yeah, these are tiny little animations, so they shouldn't take very long to export. And then of course you want to check it, double click, or open it in your movie file and make sure it plays and there aren't any issues with it. So do you guys have any questions about, and we did, it's a very quick little example, but just to show you guys how to work around in Premiere. Does anyone have any questions about that? Making your titles or importing or exporting stuff?
So this isn't really like a question about that, but like when I open up my play blasts, all of it is in like one play blast.